Hey guys, what's up? So, man, it's been a while since I've just done like a sit-down video. The last time I talked about a certain topic, I was pacing the floor and probably made the majority of you want to vomit. But I'm seated today, so hopefully there's less chance of you vomiting. But I just wanted to go over something briefly. I decided to make a whole other video for this, just in case it like got long and rambly for something else. But I wanted to address this thing on my arm right here. This is a glucose monitor, and it's a continuous glucose monitor. So I want to address two things first. Number one is why I am wearing this. No, I'm not diabetic. I am wearing this to take a look at my own individual metabolism and my metabolic fitness and health and stuff like that, and I'll go over a little bit more about why or how it works. Second thing that I wanted to address is no, this is not a sponsored video in any way, shape, or form. I actually had to pay for the sensor, had to pay for this program. I'm just really stoked on it because I'm a nerd and I love data. I love any sort of insight into my own body and how it works and how certain foods affect my body and my health. So that's why I'm making a video about it. And so yeah, no promotion here, straight up honesty. I can be as honest as possible. I'm not, restricted to a sponsorship. So why I decided to try this out, being a nerd for one, but also with everything with COVID, you might have heard that some of the highest risks for complications had to do with things that involved metabolic health, those being like obesity, diabetes, cardiovascular disease. These are all things that are involved with your metabolism. And metabolism is actually quite complex. It might be something that you've heard before in the fitness space. A lot of people like to talk about supplements, for example, like to promote that their product boosts your metabolism, and people like to say want to speed up their metabolism so they can burn more calories and lose weight. And you might have heard Karen at lunch talking about her slow metabolism and how she can't lose weight, and it's actually way more than weight loss and calories. It's basically the functions, like all the functions in your body that keep you alive, in a nutshell. That's like the very dumbed down version of what metabolism is. That being said, I'm just gonna jump to how this works basically. So I put a sensor on my arm. By the way, this company is called Levels. Wow, I'm doing great at staying on task with this video. So I came across this company called Levels because, I was jumping into more research behind metabolic health with everything surrounding COVID. I was looking more into prevention, causes, and wow, the percentage of the population that has metabolic health issues. I think it's like 50% of the population, which that's a lot of high-risk individuals pertaining to COVID-19, and it's scary because sorry, my dryer is yelling at me, because that's just a lot, and unfortunately it's mostly due to poor diet and exercise habits. Not always, but the majority, because America. Upon my research of looking into more prevention and metabolic health and looking into it for myself as well, I stumbled across a company called Levels, and they are starting to do these continuous glucose monitoring programs for individuals who are not diabetic. They're just looking at ways to optimize your health, whether it's sports performance or just optimal diet or overall health. So when it comes to prevention of diabetes and metabolism and all of that, what they're finding is that before you have full-blown diabetes, there's actually every single food choice you make, if your blood glucose levels spike up to over like 140, 150 range and stay elevated, that can be damaging down the road and actually put you more at risk for diabetes, obesity, cardiovascular disease, inflammation, and all of that not so fun stuff. So this is a way to look into your individual glucose levels and be able to make better decisions with your diet. And it takes the guesswork out, which is amazing. I also think this could be a game changer because so many of us are disconnected with how food affects our body on an individual level. And because some of the like poor choices of food, the ill effects of those take quite some time to actually show up physically enough for someone to like go to the doctor for it, get diagnosed with diabetes. So this is kind of a way to make that connection way before it could become an issue to where you need to start taking insulin or you're on medication for diabetes where you need to go to the doctor. And this could be a way to really connect your body to the food you're eating and make more informed decisions, and not be able to ignore how your body is processing something. I mean, you could still ignore it, but it's harder when you have data right in front of you with how your body is working, how it's affecting your body, and it's immediate and it's not going to take years to show you like, oh yeah, eating 5 donuts every day or eating a donut for breakfast every day was probably not a good decision. I've definitely had to kind of find my groove and get into the way that I eat now and finding what feels best with my body. I've struggled with digestive issues for quite some time. I've been vegetarian, and then I've kind of like moved along the spectrum of like paleo and stuff like that, and I've kind of just fallen into a space of eating as close to what I can is unprocessed whole foods, things that make me feel good and agree with my digestive system. And I just kind of stay away from things that I don't really recognize as food that is more processed. Of course, there's the occasional treat, but generally I just stick to whole foods, vegetables, lean protein sources and stuff like that. But this is kind of like a whole new level. It kind of takes some of the guesswork out of it, and I'm still like, wow, I wonder how my diet kind of measures up with my metabolic health, how my body reacts to the food that I am eating, because there's always room for improvement. So I was like, I'm curious, I need to do this. So that is what I'm doing. It'll make full day of eating videos a little bit more interesting because I can show you how the food I eat affects my blood sugar levels in real time. So this sensor, I'll bring up my phone. I'll check my glucose right now and kind of show you how it works. So it syncs up with this app right here, and then you just hit check glucose, and you just put it over the sensor, and then it gives you your glucose number, which it says glucose going low, but I'm still within range. It's been some hours before I ate anything, so that's normal. And then you can go to the Levels app, and it breaks it all down for you, and you can insert your meals, and it will kind of grade your meals and how they fall on your like metabolic score and stuff like that. It's nerd shit that I love. But anyways, if you see this on me in videos, this is what it is. I just wanted to kind of inform you that I'm not dying, I don't have diabetes. It's just me wanting to learn more about myself. So that's about it. If you're interested, I kind of went a little bit more in depth in a blog I wrote that I'll link that down below, as well with the Levels website, and they have a ton of good blog information that you could read for days. I found it fascinating, and I'm just like looking forward to learning more about this stuff. And one other thing is too is, I'm always very adamant that there isn't like a one size fits all approach to diet, and this like kind of just solidifies that, and everyone responds to food differently. So it's anyone who says that they know the one diet that is best for everybody is just run in the other direction It's not accurate. Everybody's different. We are all humans. We all have different metabolisms. We all process things differently. And this is a great way to figure out how you specifically process it. And so, yeah, that's just basically what I'm doing. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below. But moving forward, like with full day of eating videos, I will be doing those soon, and I'll kind of like just give you more in-depth look of how it works on a day-to-day basis. But figured I would cover that for now. And yeah, that's it, guys. I hope you're having an awesome weekend. Peace out. I'll see you next time.